gotta talk about some of this shit. So again, we're gonna have a lot of Lil Durk updates now because the case is finally underway. So we're gonna have a lot of Lil Durk updates coming in. But anyways, we're getting to the point that Lil Durk's "Pissed Me Off" can be used at the murder for hire trial. Honestly, I don't even think that's the song you should, nigga. I forgot the other song when y'all know what song I'm talking about. No, like y'all know what song I'm talking about. I ain't gonna name that shit. Y'all know what song I'm talking about. But basically, they're using it for the murder high situation. Now, I will say they're adding other there's like 3 situations combined. Of course, the Lil Pab situation, Quando Rondo's peoples. There was also the situation with him and Vaughn in like 2019. Was it 2019? I believe it was 2019. You know what I'm saying? And then there was another situation that transpired as well. There was another situation. I forgot what it was. Yeah. Hey, OTF Jam better get out that jam, but it looks like he going fed. He telling again so he could get out the jam again. Like there's too much shit transpiring and happening. I'm just like perplexed. I know I have been gone a little bit. I haven't been as what's that shit? Active as you will. You know what I'm saying? But hey, I try. I'm back. I could improve and be better. This all we on. It perfectly imperfect. I say it in the description. Like and subscribe while you at it. But hey, that's what we here and what we on to do. So we here to talk about it. I don't like the choice of song. There's other songs. There's a lot of songs they could use. Pissed me off. Hey, listen, I ain't gonna spell it out for them, but clearly y'all wasn't listening to what I was listening to. There's a couple other songs I would have picked before this. But anyways, in any case. So let's talk about it again. At this point, again, it's a conversation to be had whether to use lyrics or not in these trials, because again, you could say it's an art form and they don't mean what they're saying in these songs. They're trying to sell a lifestyle or give a perspective of certain situations to resonate with certain people from these environments or who go through these situations, or to sell an image, if you will. But at the same time, they're clearly knowing your background or knowing where you from, knowing certain ties you have. Clearly, like some of this shit you be spouting, that shit transpired. That was the same shit with Vaughn. Vaughn was talking crazy. And some of this shit was real life events. I was sitting there like, yo, Vaughn really don't give a fuck. Vaughn was not even shout out, talk about how all his ops died. I was like, damn. Even on the last album when he passed away. And nigga said, Duck got nailed, no hammers. I shoot like Tony Montana. I was like, damn, nigga. Yeah, you just giving it all away. Niggas just deciphering the codes. But anyways, that's why there was the theory about how many bodies King Von got. Like, we knew it wasn't 1. It wasn't 2. And it definitely wasn't 3. Yeah, this nigga did not want to stop at a hat trick. He was just going brazy. But anyways, talking about Durk. So, again, we're going to have other conversations. But anyways, so Durk's defense argued the song could unfairly prejudice jurors, but the judge will allow prosecutors to use it. Was it nearly a year? What album was Pissed Me Off on? It was on The Voice, wasn't it? Because Lion Eyes didn't make an album, which made no fucking sense to me. Okay, hold on. It wasn't on Just Cause Y'all Waited. Because it was Just Cause Y'all Waited, The Voice, 7220. And then we got Almost Sealed. And then we got this last project. I forgot what the fuck the name of the last project was called. But fuck. What? It must have been The Voice. I don't think it was 7220. Was the fucking... Oh no, wait, it might have been. But no, I feel like it released around the time of The Voice. Because I think 7220 dropped 2023, right? Oh, fuck. No, because it was The Voice. Then it was the Baby Project, right? I think the Baby Project dropped around 2021 or something like that. And then we got 72, or we get... Anyways. A song released nearly a year before the Los Angeles... It must have been on 7220 then, if that was the case. At the center of Lil Durk's federal case will be heard by jurors after all. Rolling Stone reports that District Judge Michael Fitzgerald ruled Thursday that prosecutors may introduce Pissed Me Off in his music video at Durk's upcoming murder for hire trial, rejecting a defense argument that the material could unfairly color how jurors view him. Now, I gotta see when the fuck this song dropped. When the fuck did this song drop, bro? Because I'm sitting here like, what album was Pissed Me Off on? That's when I'll remember. I need to know a project. It was okay, so it was on 7220. It was released in 2022. Okay, what the fuck you mean nearly a year? It's been a minute. I guess nearly a year of the actual situation transpiring. Fair, I guess. I swear Pissed Me Off dropped earlier than that. I swear that. Maybe I heard leaks. I don't know. Maybe I heard a leak. Maybe that's what it was. Anyways. Sorry about that, bro. I'm sitting here like, yo, I saw this drop at this time. Anyways. Yada. Prosecutors believe the 2021 track helped. See, that's what I'm saying. I feel like this shit dropped early. They're saying 2021. It might have dropped earlier and they didn't make a project. Maybe that's what it was. Helps establish Lil Durk's alleged desire to retaliate from the passing of his close friend and OTF artist K.A.Vuitton. Better songs than this, I'm not gonna lie. Vaughn, whose real name was Devon Bennett, was killed during a November 2020 confrontation involving Quando Rondo and his associates. Federal authorities accused Durk of later financing and attempted to unalive Rondo that instead left Rondo's cousin, Savia Lil Pab Robinson, dead in Los Angeles in August of 2022. Durk has pled not guilty and denies arranging the attack. The government is by the way, and I know we haven't got to it yet because there's another video I have to film. They're definitely using that academics interview against this nigga. Anyways. The government is pointing to specific language and Pissed Me Off, including a passage in which Durk raps about putting money toward a gun and a car before mentioning people invoking Vaughn's name. Prosecutors argue that those lyrics support their theory that Durk was willing to spend money on retaliation. This song was released in October 2021 as the lead single for 7220. No, it fucking wasn't. No, it fucking wasn't. Probably added that shit. I might have to go to the track list of that fucking album. Anyways, Durk's defense sees a much different record. Attorney Marissa Goldberg argued Thursday that the song contains references to several losses in Durk's life and opens by memorializing his brother Dante D. Thang Banks Jr. She warned that allowing the government to present the video through the lens of its murder for hire theories carries so much risk of prejudice and confusion, particularly when jurors may not know which lyrics concern which person. That concern became more complicated after Fitzgerald recently separated additional racketeering charges from the trial schedule. Okay, so it already started, by the way. So this article came out a couple of days before the trial started. The defense argued that some of the severed allegations involved alleged retaliation connected to D. Thang's passing. Pissed Me Off could effectively bring material from the other case back before the first jury. Prosecutors told the judge that they intend to introduce the video through a cooperating witness who was present during filming and has some connection to the Los Angeles OTF Jam. It sounded like Jam. Unless they got... See, I'm going to go through my soliloquy with Durk at the end. Let me finish reading this. That witness is expected to offer an interpretation of portions of the song and video. Fitzgerald ultimately allowed the evidence but acknowledged that the defense would be able to challenge the government's reading of it. He also said he would consider giving jurors a limited instruction explaining how they may use the material. Oh, yo. I'm thinking it's OTF Jam because I'm like, it has to be a nigga close. Unless it was... I don't know these niggas, but I don't think it was OTF Didi or Day Day or Brown Eye. Like, I don't think it has to be Jam. By the way, I ain't gonna lie. Hey, go on King Academics or even tap into Academics' kick stream. That nigga broke down all that shit. I ain't gonna lie. That nigga broke down that whole scenario. The timeline of who these other niggas is, he broke that down. I didn't know half. Hey, I was like, who the fuck is Brown Eyes? I was like, who is that? Like, you know what I'm saying? But anyways. Yeah, because all this stuff that's going on, because I recently reported that Jam, you over here, you talking, you got locked up, you might be snitching or whatever. So it only makes sense, like, the affiliate, I'm like, it must be OTF Jam. He got out, like, probably around that time that music video was filmed or whatever happened. And, hey, if we going by, hey, Jam get out that Jam, we all know OTF Jam, he one of those guys. He probably a hitter, a shooter him damn so I wouldn't be surprised after he got home, Durk, like, hey, I got some problems with some niggas, bro. I would not be surprised. But yeah, man. The potential Lil Durk had, well, not even the potential, because he is talented, but I just wish Durk didn't go out like this. It's easy for me to say, like, because I get it. Sometimes emotion will take you to some places you never thought you could go. But even with that being said, like, I just feel so bad, because I'm like, Durk, man. Like, you really was doing it, bro. Especially getting on Def Jam and then you being shelved, you getting out of Def Jam, us like, yo, what the fuck going on with the career or whatever have you, right? And then to the point, like, you just came back with that fire to the point, like, bro, like, you even said you've been out for like 10 years plus, and they treating you like a new artist, like, won a Grammy, my nigga. Like, you was really doing it. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it was just like, man, everything you was touching was scorching, bro. So it was just really one of those things. And it was kind of like Von kind of, in a sense, I'm not saying all the way, but Von kind of helped to revitalize, you and Von revitalize that drill shit, to be fair. Like, at least Chicago drill. Because, Bronx niggas was doing this shit. I'm not going to disrespect them. But anyways, yeah, it's just crazy to me. It really is super crazy. It really like... But we gonna see where this goes. I can't have as much sympathy because, hey, you did that shit. And like I said, easier said than done to leave that shit away with the emotions there. Because, again, as much as we like to say these dudes are stupid and they just like to unalive people, a lot of this shit is niggas off of emotions. They ain't got their emotions in check and they go do some stupid shit. So, again, we can clown them for being stupid or say they're stupid, but we also have to say, bro, if you was in the position niggas was making fun of your dead friends and this, that, and the third, yes, you can say it from this perspective of who you are right now, but growing up in that environment, maybe you would have been on that type of time, which I feel like we do have to sometimes acknowledge that, yes, being products of these environments, yes, you have a skewed way of thinking and not necessarily give these people a pass, but also, like, sure, this person we couldn't save, but clearly the younger generation, if we kind of do help them, they don't have to go down this route, because we always talk about change and this, that, and the third, but if you can't go out there to reach your hand, how's this change even gonna happen? We could always talk about change and y'all shouldn't do a lot of this shit, but also you gotta be ready to stretch out your hand and try to help and support a motherfucker as well. But again, that's some other conversations, bro. A lot of niggas just like to talk without no facts and just like to talk about what you can do without actually stepping up to do it. You know what I'm saying? That's why I always say action's been my spokesperson. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, enough of that. We're gonna talk about the trial as it's going on. But Durk, man, hey, if you beat this shit, you beat this shit. But like, it's just sad, bro. Like, cause I don't know how you gonna get past this. You might have to plea, and even if you plea, hopefully you get out quick. And the fans are still there, and they're there for the career. But it's crazy. At the same time, as a ghetto nigga, I know how this street shit go. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, it's times. But anyways, with that being said, what do you think? What is your perspectives? Comments down below. Links in the description. Besides this, your friendly neighborhood K.A. signing off for today. Blake TJ did while they're doing this thing. My name ring bells like Quasimodo. Hit like, subscribe, and hype. You trying to hit a little bit more. You heard me? And I'm gone. Shalom, zoom, peace, shells, gang. Aye.